everybody. My name is Cody Lewis. I will be your GM for this evening. The system that we are playing today is The End of the World, which is Fantasy Flight Games' role-playing system that comes in four beautiful different end-of-the-world scenarios. Really, really good game. As I said, my name is Cody Lewis. I'll be your GM for this evening. Our players that we have today, I guess we'll start in the order in which you guys are listed on the Fantasy Grounds thing. So first up is, we'll go with Matthew. So Matthew.
Okay, whoops.
So introduce yourself.
I'm Matthew. Yeah.
Is he playing himself for this? Because that's how the End of the World system works. Now, who's up next?
Me, Andrew. I'm Andrew Hollingsworth, playing myself in this scenario. Or, well, a very handsome individual named Andrew.
Alright, next.
Parker. I'll be playing myself in this thing.
Alright.
My name is Branson. I will be playing as myself as well today.
Alright, so this is their first time running the system, or playing through this system. This is my second time, so if there are any hiccups, please excuse, but it should be pretty smooth. It's pretty simple system for those who are looking for something that's not too complicated. Alright, so our story starts at a con, PaxPrime, to be specific. You guys just finished up a really, really nice day at PaxPrime. There was a lot to see, a lot of buzz as to what's going to be coming out next. You guys got in a lot of demos, but now you're pretty tired. It's time to head on back. Now, it's not dark outside. It's probably only about 4 p.m., but you guys kind of wanted to go back to the hotel, hang out, maybe think about dinner plans, something like that, because you've been there since 9 a.m. So you guys are walking as a group, and you don't want to take a cab because that would be too expensive. The setting for this, everybody, is it's like a city. I know PaxPrime takes place in a real life location because it is a real con, but just imagine kind of like a city, kind of similar to New York. That way I don't have to keep track of streets and stuff like that. So just kind of like a bustling city. You know, it's got a pretty good public transportation network. But you guys are going to be taking the subway back to your hotel. And so you guys travel to the hotel area and, or not to the hotel, to the subway location, and basically you guys are trying to wait for your incoming ride back to your hotel. So before we get started, I'm going to give you guys a couple tips on being good players. Since you guys all are playing yourselves, I'm going to refer to you as your actual name, which is good. Normally if you were playing somebody else, I would refer to your in-game name. Whenever you say that you're going to do something, don't be like, I try to convince him to do this. Talk it out. Do a little role-playing. Be yourself. Also, try to imagine what you would do in this situation as yourself. Obviously, we can't just immediately go rush for guns, because who does that? Unless you're like, I guess, like, have your concealed carry.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. So you guys are in the subway station. What do you do?
Wait for the subway.
Yeah, so you guys are all hanging out. You got your backpacks. Did any of you guys buy anything?
No.
Yeah, I bought like a shirt.
Okay. So you got an extra shirt tucked away inside of your backpack. So you can go ahead and update that on your inventory. It was $20. So make sure you take that out of your money.
I think I already did that when we raised.
Oh, we were doing inventory? Okay, that's fine. So you guys wait for a little bit, and then a subway rolls into position, and a bunch of people start to get on. 3 doors open up. You guys can be closer to the front of the subway, or you guys can be closer to the back or the middle. which one do you guys go in through? People are just kind of like loading up onto the subway.
I say we go through the middle. I think that would be better.
It looks like the middle's not as crowded. It looks like most people are either going towards the front or going towards the back.
Alright, I think the back.
All right, so Branson, you're going into the middle of the subway.
I'll go to the back with them.
All right, so are you guys all traveling together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys load up into the back of the subway. As the doors are about to close, you see a guy. He's in his mid-40s, sweating profusely. He's kind of like a heavier set build, but he's not like fat or anything like that. But he's like rushing. He's like running. And he's like, hold the door, hold the door, hold the door. And the door is about to close. So what do you guys do?
Try
Hold the
to
door.
open the door, hold it down so you can get
Okay.
in.
So Branson, you put your hand in and catches the door and opens up, and he busts in, and he kind of like pants for a second, but he looks really, really frantic. He's like got kind of a wild eyes. You see that he's also holding a kind of like a briefcase. He pants for a second and he doesn't even say thank you. He like looks around wildly, and then he starts to head towards the front of the subway. He's like moving through the cars towards the front of the subway, and he's like bustling past people. Go ahead and you guys, go ahead and give me a logic check. So just you all get one positive die. And if you guys can think of anything to add on to it, let me know. But basically, you guys are trying to listen. It sounds like he's muttering something under his breath. So go ahead and give me a roll. If you guys can think of anything in your features or possibly in your equipment, even though you probably don't have anything, it'll let you add another positive die. If you don't have anything that'll help you listen in better, just go ahead and roll 1d6.
My
For
feature,
logic?
Yeah, for logic.
my feature as a people reader.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
feeling
so
something really off about him.
Yeah, so go ahead and add another positive die onto that, Andrew. All right. So Branson, you don't hear it. The mummers kind of in the subway is a little too loud for you. But the rest of you, you guys hear him kind of muttering. He's like, I gotta get to the front. There's not enough time. I have to go. And he's like pushing past people to get to the front of the subway, which is really weird because, he's trying to get to the front of the subway, but it's not going to help him get to a destination faster. So you guys notice that. What do? You guys see that the people in your car, at this point the guy has kind of moved on to the next car already, but the people in your car are like, oh, what the fuck is that guy's problem? Yeah, he's like going crazy. There's drugs getting around. This is from like an older guy who's kind of like sitting down. The subway started moving, by the way. So what do you guys do?
Do you want to go to the next cart? I
Yeah,
feel like-
slowly
We could try and
him.
follow him,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
Follow
be.
him from a distance.
Not be obvious.
All right. So you guys move into the next cart. You see that he's already this one was a little more jammed full of people than the other. He's making his way. He bumps into a guy, a larger guy, and the guy's like, "Hey, what's your problem?" And the guy just is like, get out of my way. You don't understand." And he like kind of muscles past him, and then starts to move towards the exit of that car. And you guys are at the entrance of this car. You can see that everyone's like, not another crazy guy. Basically, they've seen this before. They live in the city. They know. So you guys gonna follow him to the next car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right. So you guys are kind of pushing through too. The guy who bumped into the guy who got bumped into earlier by the kind of frantic guy. He's like, are you guys with that guy? Huh? And he takes his finger and he pokes you right in the chest, Parker. He pokes you in the chest and he says, "What are you kids doing, huh? You falling out? Are you with that guy? Is that one of you guys' dad? He bumped into me."
Alright,
"Hey, I'm talking to you," and he pokes you in the chest again, Parker.
Be like, I don't know that guy.
"Oh, you don't know that guy? Well, why are you following him, huh?"
feeling something really suspicious about him.
"Something suspicious? Like, what do you mean?"
I don't know, he just seemed really off. Like,
Well,
And he's
I
holding
mean,
that
So he
briefcase.
was
weird.
like muttering. He's been muttering something.
muttering something, huh? I mean, is this just like is this like a see something, say something or something? You think this guy is? You think he could be a terrorist or something?
He was clutching the briefcase strangely.
Ah, all right. Well, he's like, sorry to get in your way. I know you guys are doing your civil duty, and he kind of holds out his hand to you, Parker, and he says, the name's Matt Rigby, and he holds out his hand to you, Parker, to kind of say sorry.
I grab his hand and shake it.
And he shakes back, and this guy is pretty built. He's a big guy. He's got tattoos on his arms and stuff like that, and he's got an eyebrow piercing, which you thought those kind of went out of style. But he's got kind of the accoutrements of a tough guy, and he's like, so I mean, if this guy is trying to plan something, or if he's like a hostile guy, then maybe we should keep following him. You guys up for that? And he's like, who are your friends here, Parker?
This is Matthew, Andrew, and Branson. And if you want to tag along, we're just trying to keep a distance and not let him follow.
Oh, tag along. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to make sure that you kids, you don't get hurt, because we don't know what this guy's got planned. He's already moving towards the front of the subway, so I think I'll take point. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I am. And so he kind of turns around. He starts to move into the next subway car. So what do you guys do?
Follow him.
Okay. So at this point, they move into the next subway car. You can see that the people inside are kind of miffed that this guy kind of muscled past, but he's nowhere to be seen. It looks like he's moved into the next one. As you guys are moving towards the next subway car, you feel kind of like a tremor, and then you feel kind of like a weird, kind of like rising feeling in your chest, and you look around and you can see that other people are kind of experiencing this too, and then kind of a pop in your ears, almost as if the pressure changed, and then the lights go out in the subway, and the subway kind of like slows down and then stops, and everyone kind of like is sitting for a second, and then you hear people kind of like start to murmur and start to talk, and then start to get a little bit raised, like their voices, and they're kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? Just like a bunch of murmuring. And Matt, he's like, what the hell? And he like looks around. And he's like, looks like the subway lost power. And he kind of looks around, looks out one of the subway windows. It looks like the lights that are outside are also out.
So how dark is it?
There's kind of like battery operated lights that come on, like emergency
Alright,
lights.
yeah.
So it's kind of dim, but it's enough so that you can kind of see. You hear over the intercom, it's very, very staticky, but you can hear someone saying, all right, don't panic. We were told that there was a chance of blackouts in this area. Usually they put them below 5% chance because of the way that they swapped over the power grid. Don't worry, power should turn on shortly. This is just something that happens. Don't worry, there's no trains that are going to come and hit us or anything like that. Everything's on a system. And then he kind of clicks out. It sounded like it was the subway operator. So the lights are out. Matt, he kind of turns around and he says, you think that guy had anything to do with this?
Yeah, I think it might be, I don't know, it might have been that he had some type of device that might have caused an electromagnetic pulse, maybe.
Yeah, an electromagnetic pulse. Yeah, something like that. That sounds right. Well, we should go get the guy. He's probably headed towards the front of the subway right now. So, you guys, hello, Greg.
Yeah, I wanted to listen for a
Yeah,
couple
that's fine.
seconds.
I'm just gonna let you know that we're recording as well. So,
Oh,
no, you're good. So the lights are on. He's like, all right, so come on. And he starts to walk forward to the front of the subway with you guys, and you guys move into the next car. And you guys see at the end of the subway is the front, kind of where the attendant, the subway attendant, the guy who actually pilots it, he's standing. The door to the cockpit is open, or whatever you would call it on a subway, and he's talking to the guy with the briefcase. And the guy with the briefcase is saying, "You gotta let me out. You gotta let me out of here." And he's like, "All right, calm down, sir. You know, we've had a blackout. This is the thing that happens. It's my duty to tell you to stay in the cab, okay?" And he's like, "No, you don't understand." And he's clutching the briefcase really close to him. And you guys see Matt kind of like clench his fists, and he's starting to move towards the guy. So what do you guys do?
Hold Matt back. Don't let him do
Yeah, we
anything
shouldn't
too
assume
rash.
anything.
Hey, be like, hey, don't hit him or anything. Maybe he's innocent.
All right, so who's grabbing? Oh, did you say that to Matt?
Yeah.
All right. He clenches up and he's like, I don't know, he's causing a scene. He's clutching that briefcase real tight. You know what I mean?
But you're gonna cause a scene if you punch him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to just go hit him outright. We need to figure out what's going on first.
You don't
Alright,
have
so,
a reason to punch
Branson,
him.
give me a charisma check.
All right.
So you start with 1 free d6. Do you have any other things that you can think to add to it?
I have a funny. Maybe that could work. Maybe I could tell him like
Kind of
something.
turn it into a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
You could do that. You can add another positive die. I'm gonna do 1 negative die because it's kind of a very serious atmosphere. So go ahead and roll your 2 d6s for the charisma. Yep. Okay. All right. Sweet. So you pass. You kind of what do you say to Matt? Like how do you make the situation lighter?
You're like, hey, maybe there's something cute in the briefcase, or something like that. Or maybe he's freaked out. Maybe his wife is giving birth or something.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about it like, that it was a personal issue. I just, you guys said the terrorist word, and you guys got me all freaked out. So I thought I would do my civil duty. He kind of unclenches his fist, and they're still arguing over there. So the argument is still very heated. He's talking about how he needs to leave the subway, that he's got to get out of here. And you guys start to feel, it's kind of distant, but you guys feel like a rumble, like kind of like a heavy bass, feel it in your chest kind of rumble, kind of in the distance. And everyone kind of stops, and they feel that, and they're like, you hear some of the people like, was that an earthquake? Was that an earthquake that we just had? And everyone's looking around, and someone else is like, nah, that was a bomb. That was definitely a bomb. And so some people start standing up. The situation's getting much more tense.
Well, we know that it wasn't anything like that, so we should probably calm them down.
Yeah. Can I do a social thing to see if I can calm them down? Or can we all see if we can do it all together, maybe?
Sure. I mean, if you guys, who's ever interested in trying to calm people down, that'll be a charisma check.
I think we should try and get out of here.
I probably wouldn't get it because of my negative.
Well, I mean, we don't want everybody trying to, start fighting each other, trying to get out or anything, because then that would cause a problem for us. So we should at least try to calm them down.
Yeah.
Alright, good point. I guess we should try and calm them down.
Alright, well,
All right.
I'll do the charisma check.
I can do a charisma check, and my people reader will allow me to talk to people one-on-one and be like, noticing small details about them that'll allow me to talk to them individually and get them to calm down.
And you're gonna have, so basically what you're gonna do, Andrew, is you're gonna look for the person who's kind of most upset that you think you can talk to. But the problem is you're gonna have a negative die for your stranger danger feature. So let's see. And then Parker, you're gonna have one for your quiet, a negative die. Matthew, you'll have, let's see. You'll also have a negative die, Matthew, and then Branson, you'll have a negative die. So, because you guys are talking to strangers. So I'm gonna just do one roll for all of you because you all have one negative die. But go ahead and make your charisma checks now.
Okay.
Alright, so 2 for me?
Yeah, 2 for you.
2.
All right, so this is the gobble die for everybody. So it's a 1. It didn't gobble anything, so that's good. So let's see. Pass. Branson failed. Parker failed. Okay, so Matthew and Andrew, you guys kind of lock down on the people that are kind of freaking out the most. You see that one of them is kind of an older woman. She seems to be really freaked out that it's dark. She apparently doesn't like traveling underneath the earth. Like, traveling underground kind of makes her feel weird, but she did it today because she was in a hurry. But she's freaking out, and you kind of go and talk to her like, hey, it's going to be all right, you know? So everyone's kind of on a state of, like, kind of not panicking, but they're kind of on the edge. You guys see the attendant. He says, all right, everyone, it seems like there's something else going on. Nobody panic. This situation tends to happen. If anything, you guys are probably in the safest area right now, underground. But it looks like the power is not going to be turning on anytime soon. So what we're going to do is an emergency subway evacuation. And he's talking through the intercom at the same time. So everyone, the way that this works is I'm going to open the doors. There is an emergency exit about 200 feet ahead. There's also one 400 feet behind, just in case. But just so you know, we're all going to stay together. So please, everyone, I'm going to open the doors. Please nobody run. Please nobody take off because it is quite dark outside. The power's been cut from the line, but that doesn't mean that you can walk on it. So please don't walk on the rails. All right, so he starts to kind of like think for a second. Looks like he's never done this before. This is just something that he's drilled occasionally. But the doors to the subway do eventually open. And when the doors open, you guys kind of get this, like, it's kind of like a really bitter smell. Kind of like a weird bitter / like kind of acidic smell. Something that you guys definitely did not smell on the way in. So Matt, he's like, oh, what is that smell? And everyone's like, oh, God. And the attendant's like, well, I guess, all the electricity from the rails kind of burns the ozone. So that's what you're smelling, ladies and gentlemen. It's not poisonous. It's not toxic. So please just continue out of the subway in an orderly fashion. So what do you guys do?
How about we go to the head of the crowd?
Yeah, we should be the first ones out.
All right.
Yeah.
So, are you down for that, Matthew, as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get out of the subway, and other people are getting out to you. You actually see that there's an undercover cop who's gotten out. He's showing his badge to people, letting them know that he is indeed a police officer. He's kind of helping some of the people who need it to get off the subway. And he's like, all right, come on, move along. Just stay here. Don't worry. Listen to the attendant. It's all right. I'm a police officer. So what do you guys do? You guys are off the subway now. It smells really bad.
Try and push ahead. Get to the exit.
I don't know. Put my shirt over my nose, maybe.
All right.
I can take off the beanie and put it on my face.
All right. It smells pretty bad, but it's not like, it's not like hurting your throat or anything. It's just weird. So the police officer, he's like directing people. You see the attendant. He's starting to walk ahead. And he's like, okay, everyone, come ahead with me. And they start to walk forward. The guy with the briefcase, you see that he's got in on the subway. He looks back and forth, and he just takes off running away from the front of the subway. He starts to head actually back from where you guys came. And the police officer's like, sir, stop! But he's already run off in the tunnel, and he's like, crazy. All right, you guys... He kind of stands there for a second and trying to decide whether he should go after the guy or if he should stay with the group. And it looks like he's deciding to stay with the group. You guys just saw the briefcase guy run off. What do you guys do?
I think we should follow him.
Or tell the cop, like, hey, you should probably go get him. He probably has something.
All right, so
vital.
Do you say that to the cop?
Yeah.
All right. He's like, yeah, I thought about going after him, but I think he just he's got some sort of panic problems. There's too many people here for this one attendant at the front of the subway to take care of this. So I'm gonna hold up the back of the group and make sure nothing happens. I can't just chase after one guy. Plus I don't really know the subway system that well.
You have a flashlight, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And he pulls the flashlight out. It's like a little smaller one. He's not dressed in uniform, but he does have a flashlight on him, and he clicks it on. And a couple people are like, don't shine the light on me. But he's like, just keep moving towards the front. And he's kind of staying at the back while the subway attendant's at the front. So what do you guys do?
I think we should ask him if we can have the flashlight. Tell him we'll go get the other.
Actually.
Well, I mean, I have a phone and that has a flashlight on it.
Yeah, we could pull out our own phones and tell people to pull out their phones and stuff.
Yeah, you actually mentioned pulling out your phones, and other people are like, oh yeah, and they're pulling out their phones and turning it into flashlight mode, and pretty soon everything's more or less kind of lit up.
I don't pull out my phone because I want to save battery life on it.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's fine. All right. People are starting to move, kind of finally, like a big herd of people towards the direction that the subway is headed. You can hear the voices echoing and stuff like that. You can also hear, kind of in the distance, it's very, 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 very quiet. It's almost hard to make out. So go ahead and everyone give me kind of a logic check.
Right.
And this is for hearing. So if you have any features or anything like that apply.
This is logic, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to give you guys a negative die because...
Would my broad knowledge help me with identifying?
Yeah, go ahead and give yourself an extra. That's fine.
Actually, maybe... No, that won't work.
Oh, darn.
Well.
Alright, 6's peel. I think everybody failed. Alright, so you guys can't quite make out whatever it was, but because there's a lot of people talking, but you thought you might have heard something. But yeah, the crowd's moving. You soon notice that you're still at the back with the cop, and the crowd's moving up. He's like, "All right, go ahead and join up with everybody else." And he kind of like points the flashlight at you, and then kind of gestures with it towards the rest of the crowd. What do you guys do?
Actually, go find that man, the weird dude.
That's what I still think we should do.
So you guys are just gonna leave the cop?
Just run.
Yeah, just run the other direction.
Well, maybe we should just tell the cop, like, hey, we're gonna go find that guy, or something like that. Be like, maybe, like, you have, like, a cell phone number that we can contact when we find him, so we can meet up with you.
You guys have to talk out loud. Like, you can't read each other's minds. So anything that you say, like suggestions you make, you have to say out loud. So, I mean, it's fine if you guys want to huddle up right quick. The cop will think that's weird, but if you guys need to talk about how you're going to continue, you need to make sure that, what you're saying is either just between you guys or, if you actually want the cop to hear. So,
hey, I think that we should tell the cop that we're going after the guy and say, like, hey, can you give us your phone number so when we find him, we know where to meet up with y'all? Because we don't want to be by ourselves after we find him, because we don't know what he'll do.
I'll ask the cop
come on, guys. He's already far gone into the tunnels.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's been like a minute or two since he's ran.
I still think we should follow.
Maybe he's
we run,
crazy.
We can catch him.
Hey, you guys need to move along with the rest. I don't know why you're all huddled up talking over there, but we're losing daylight.
Just give us a minute.
All right. I don't know what you're planning, but I'll give you like a couple seconds. But then you guys really need to go.
All right, we should probably follow them.
Yeah, let's just follow the crowd.
All right. Oh. So, who's following the crowd and who's going after the guy?
I'm gonna go after the guy.
I'm gonna follow Parker.
I'm going to sigh and follow my idiot friends.
Follow Parker.
All right. So, how do you guys approach it? Are you guys gonna just like run, or are you guys gonna just tell the cop what you're doing, or what?
I think we should tell
the
cop.
other guy.
Well, no.
Well, I mean, we're gonna lose him. We're gonna lose him even more if we don't.
Well, if we don't tell the cop, he's gonna think that we're like fucking terrorists.
Branson, we don't have time.
We don't have time. We have to run.
I'll yell over my shoulder while we're running. Yeah. We're going after that guy.
That's the plan.
So you guys are gonna run?
Yeah.
You can try to
Yeah.
stay and explain if you want to, Branson.
No,
And-
I'll run with them. I
I
don't
think
want to.
Andrew said he was gonna yell over his shoulder.
Yeah, or we could all yell together running.
All right.
Yeah.
So
They know.
you guys all of a sudden just take off. And does anybody yell over their shoulder that you're going after that guy?
Yeah.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys shout over your shoulder, and the cop's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And he starts to chase after you guys, but then he stops, and he's like, "Just fucking kids!" And he stops, and then he shines his light for the last time at you guys, and then he continues on with the rest of the group to make sure that they're all right, because there were a lot of people. So you guys are running through the subway. And as you move farther away from the subway, you notice that the air clears up a little bit. It's not as bitter. It's not as like weirdly tangy. Like the smell's not as strong. And you guys start to move through the darkness. I mean, you guys have your phones going, but there's no sign of the guy just yet. So what do you guys do? You're still going in the direction that you saw him.
Maybe he found an exit to out of the subway. Maybe.
So you guys see around you. It's pretty much just a tunnel, but you can't see any like exits just yet. It's pretty much just like a straight up tunnel. You guys are currently like moving on the like between the tracks itself, but there's like a raised area up to the side that looks like it's just big enough for like you to move single file. So you guys can get up off of the rails onto the side if you want, or whatever. But just know that the option is there.
I'm gonna go up on the side. It's probably where the egg is.
Okay. Go up on the side as well.
All right. Yeah. So you guys climb up out of the rails. You guys can't run as fast up on the side because it's kind of like more narrow. You guys have to move single file, but at least it's cleaner. And if you guys were to come across a door or something like that, you figure that it would probably be up there. So you guys continue for a little bit. Go ahead and give me another logic check. This one's on hearing. All right. So Matthew, as you're walking, you kind of concentrate, and it sounds like you can hear kind of like screams. You think very high pitched. It sounds like kind of a bunch of voices, kind of bouncing down the tunnel, but it's kind of garbled, kind of really far away. And if you're not paying attention, it could just sound, like kind of like distortions from the group moving up. But you know for certain that you heard screaming. So what do you do?
Well, where did the screaming come from?
It originated from the direction you guys came. So I guess from
group.
Yeah, from the group that moved ahead.
Maybe we should run faster.
Yeah, I feel like we should get off the rails.
Well,
get
see, okay, so Matthew was the only one that heard this.
Alright, I'm gonna tell him. Hey,
right.
I heard screaming back there.
We should hurry the hell up then.
Yeah, agreed.
Alright, so you guys continue on. You guys kind of take a corner, kind of like it's not a sharp corner because, subways don't work that way, but you guys kind of walk around and you see the guy. He's up ahead. He's actually trying to get a door open. And he turns and he sees you and he's like, you guys, does anyone, I'm trying to get this door open. We have to get out of here. And he looks at you guys. He's really sweaty.
Alright. Can I do a charisma check and be like, hey man, calm down. We're trying to get out of here too.
Try to
Yeah, just talk him, calm him down, maybe. So then.
Yeah, you can do that. So he's really freaked out. So there'll be one negative die. But yeah, go ahead and see if you can talk him down.
Yeah.
Let me do the -1. Let's see if it. Oh, it canceled out.
Damn.
So. He's still pretty freaked out. You tried to talk to him, but he's still very insistent that you guys need to get this door open. He's like, you don't understand. We have to go. We have to get this door open. And he shakes it more and he slams up against it over and over again.
I think we should help him because the screams back there. They might be working this way.
Or while they're helping him, I'm going to give him like a nice pinning look and be like, "Do you know what's going on?"
Yeah. So he sees that you're kind of looking at him, and he like avoids your eye contact, and like looks at the door and still is trying to hurry it open. The door itself is just kind of like a metal door set up against the subway wall. Just got a regular knob on there, but it looks like it's locked.
Where are the hinges? Which side are they?
The hinges are on the would be on the inside of the door, so it opens into the wall, because it would be hard for a door to open outward. But he's like up against it, and he's like, "Look, he kind of centers himself for the first time. He's like, we have to go. We have to get to the center of the city as quickly as possible. We have to get to the center of the city."
All right.
I can try and.
We should all
try and kick
to
the lock down. I'm gonna try and kick the door down.
All right, so you're gonna try to kick the door down. All right. So for this one, I'm gonna need you to get 2 successes, and it's gonna be based on your vitality. This is gonna be a vitality check.
And then I also get the extra one for my
Strong legs, the skateboard.
strong.
Yeah, and you can also have add another extra die into it for everyone who helps you.
Okay.
Yeah, we should all help Parker.
Yeah.
All right.
Help him.
It's 2 for me.
You need to get 2 successes on this.
And then 3 for each of us.
Yeah, so 2 for you, and then 1 for everyone who helps out. So if everyone helps, it'll be.
And does the guy also help?
He's tired. He doesn't look like he would be that useful.
So are they gonna roll it or just?
You're gonna roll it.
Okay.
So you'll.
You guys can they
it'll
bring
be
in anything that might help them if they have it?
Uh,
Attributes that would help them.
I don't know. What do you guys have? Do you guys have anything that you think will help you get the door open?
Not really.
No.
High
Right.
pain tolerance might help me ignore like any.
Slamming up against it.
Yeah.
If it was your roll, you could apply it, but since Parker is the actor in this one, it'll be just his features based on that. So yeah, go ahead and roll 5 for vitality.
Right.
All right, and you got successes. You guys kind of step back and you coordinate, and you guys all strike the door at the same time. And it looks like the door was actually not as strong as you guys thought it was, because you guys slam into it. You hear kind of it like you feel it kind of creak a little bit to the side, and then you guys can jostle the knob open. And now you guys can definitely hear that they're screaming, and also it sounds like a whole bunch of like footsteps coming this way.
All right. Well.
As soon as the door gets like creaked to the side and can be opened, you see the guy with the briefcase. He grabs the door and he just like slams it open, and then starts to run into the room.
I think we should follow them as close as we
follow
can.
him.
You guys are gonna follow him. Right as you guys are about to go inside, you hear somebody shout, "Help! Help! Help! Bro, help! Anybody!"
Can we do like a hearing or something to see if that's Matt or something?
It definitely sounds like Matt. I'll give you that. It definitely sounds like Matt. You guys also hear gunfire. You hear 2 shots.
Well, considering the guy didn't have a gun,
Well, maybe
we should not get involved with this. And
we
just
should
hell
at
away.
least yell like, "Hey, Matt, get over here as fast as you can," or something.
then they know we're here.
Yeah.
There
we
was
can
gunshots.
Yeah. I'm just gonna yell and tell them that we got the door open, and hurry and run to us.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
All right. So you guys go through the door.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys go through the door, you actually see Matt rounding the corner, and he's very fast. He's moving quite fast. He's actually up on the little side area, just kind of moving towards you guys. And he eventually arrives at the door, and he's panting. He's just like out of breath. And he's like wheezing. He like ran so hard, and you guys can still hear screams and footsteps coming from around, like from where the subway was parked at, or I guess got left. So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna offer him some of my water.
Yeah. Well, we need to start actually kind of picking up pace, because we need to start moving. So be like, hey, here's some water, but we need to keep on moving.
All right. So you hand him the water, and he takes a drink, and he kind of like steadies himself, and it's like, okay, yeah, we gotta get inside, bros. There's something. There was like something in the darkness. There's a lot of something. I don't know what it was, but as soon as I heard people getting hurt and stuff, I just ran, and I don't know what to do. So
I'm gonna tell him, shut the hell up, follow us.
Or be like, hey, you can explain this later. We gotta go now.
Yeah.
So you guys go inside. You see that it's pretty well confined, but there are some stairs that are leading up. There's some emergency lighting. Looks like the power's out, not just on the rails, but also across the subway system itself. So you guys go inside. Do you guys you try to close the door, but it looks like it since you guys slammed into it, it's not gonna shut all the way right.
I look around the room and look for something to barricade it.
Yeah, is there anything?
You see a fire extinguisher up against the wall. You see a couple of like they're kind of like bins. They look like maintenance bins. They're pretty heavy duty plastic, and it looks like they're filled with some different debris and stuff like that, some trash, but they're actually kind of heavy that you might be able to move in front of the door.
I think we're gonna push them against the door real quick.
Hey, I'm gonna pick up the fire extinguisher because I want to use that as a weapon of some sort, like a blunt weapon.
All right, so you'll have to break the glass and stuff like that to get it out. Are you fine with that?
What would I have to roll to break the glass?
You wouldn't have to roll. It's designed to be easily accessible. Just kind of a pain.
Break the glass.
All right, so you grab the fire extinguisher, so you have that in your hand.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack though, so that I can sort of run faster instead of holding it.
Yeah. You guys start to move the bins in front of the door, and Matt's like, What are you guys doing? Huh? Why are you blockading the door? I mean, I saw some crazy shit back there, but I mean, like, there's people coming. Shouldn't we help the people?
I mean, I wish we could, but we don't know what they could bring with them,
Right. As you guys are deliberating, you guys can hear the footsteps very close. If you were to poke your head outside of the door, you would see people kind of heading towards this position. You hear lots of screaming, and also now you hear kind of a clicking, kind of like like if you had long fingernails and you were to like kind of tap them on a desk, kind of like that sound. But it's like amplified by like a bunch, like if like 1,000 people were doing that at once. Kind of like a clicking kind of, and that bitter kind of like acidic smell is much stronger now, even while you're in the other room.
I think we should just ignore that and just push him faster.
It's us or them.
Push the barricades faster and ignore.
All right, so Branson and Parker are gonna move the barricades. Andrew and Matthew, what are you guys gonna do?
Alright, so was that all the stuff that was in the room, or could
yeah,
I,
that's
like,
basically
roll?
just in this like little like.
Oh, we
kinda,
could
like,
talk to Matt.
Maintenance area.
Yeah, see what's actually going
on. But are you guys blockading the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, the bins are actually much heavier than you thought they were. So go ahead and give me a vitality check, to move them over to the door, and you have the option to do 2, but you'll have to make separate rolls for each one. So you can go with one if you want to, but there are 2 bins available.
Alright.
So who is gonna move it? And if someone you get an additional positive die for each person who helps you.
Parker, what's your vitality?
I have 3. What's yours?
3.
I have the skateboarding one though, so I can get the extra die.
Yeah, I don't have the bonus, so you should probably move it.
Since this is not specifically related to your legs,
but I mean, you would be able to get more power because you're
get
pushing...
more torque on it.
Lift with the legs.
Yeah, like you're
kind of
pushing against it over.
Yeah, okay. We'll let it work for this one.
Okay.
So, are you going to be the primary mover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just probably move it into place. Maybe.
All right, so you get 3 die that you can roll for this first one. All right, so you, Parker and Branson, you guys successfully move the bin over in front of the door. And then you guys have that other bin as well. And this one is actually much heavier than the first. And you guys look inside and you see that it's actually a bunch of pieces of like metal, like rebar and stuff like that, kind of put into this bin. It's much heavier.
Are there any pipes in there? Or something like
you
that?
look inside, you see
I
actually...
think we should actually use those as weapons.
I'll take a pipe as well.
You guys actually look inside and see 2 pieces of rebar that are actually about the size, like if you needed like kind of a makeshift club. And Matt goes, "Oh yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, give me one of those. Yeah, give me one of those metal sticks. I'll take one of those." And he kind of snatches one out and takes it. He says, "There's monsters out there, man. Monsters."
Okay, so I think we'll just let Matt have one, and I'll take the other one since Branson already has one.
Yeah, give one to Andrew and Matthew.
No, Branson, there were 2.
There's only 2.
Oh, I thought
I got one, and Matt took the other.
There's only 2 that are like kind of like club size. The rest are kind of like tangled up, like kind of like messes. They're not really like something you could swing. But yeah, he says, yeah, there were like monsters out there, man. People were getting killed. And you guys hear something slams up against the door, and you hear someone shouting, "Oh God, let us in, let us in!" You hear like banging on the door. The screaming is much louder, and the clicking sound is actually starting to drown out the rest of kind of these pleas you hear on the other side of the door. But you hear people banging on the door, and they're like, and they're like pushing up against it. And the thing that you moved over was heavy, but you see that it's starting to slide a little bit away from the door. People are going, help us.
We need to move the other thing, the other bin.
No, I think we should just run, give them a chance to push it aside and get in, but buy us enough time to get the hell away.
Yeah, so I guess start running.
All right, so you guys are gonna run. Right as you guys kind of take off, you hear the person who's at the door, just kind of like a blood-curdling scream happens. And then you hear that clicking sound. It's very loud. The smell of kind of this bitter, kind of pungent smell is just everywhere. And you hear the people out there just screaming. There's like lots of thrashing up against the door, but it doesn't look like anything's like pushing up against it. But it did get opened just a little bit. And you guys can hear something kind of like clawing, kind of like vibrating almost up against the door. So what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna stay and investigate? Are you gonna run?
Run.
Run.
All right. So you guys take off. Matt's with you guys, and he's like, "Oh God, I don't. There's all those people back there." But you guys head up the stairs, and it appears to be kind of like this is kind of like a maintenance shaft almost. You can see that there's like a long hallway that leads to your left, and then there's another set of stairs to your right. And the briefcase guy is nowhere to be seen. So
I think we should probably go upstairs, maybe, because that might lead us to an exit to above ground. And take the stairs.
All right. So Matt's like, "Yeah, whatever you guys want, or whatever. Let's just get the hell out of here." So you guys head towards the stairs?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go up the stairs. It looks like it's like a flight or two. Very kind of dark because the lights are up. The emergency lighting is enough to kind of get by on. As you guys get to the top of the stairs, you guys hear kind of a crash downstairs, and kind of like lots of like kind of vibrations up through the ground. And go ahead and give me another logic check to see if you realize what happened.
And this probably would not be covered by my broad knowledge, would it?
No.
Don't, come on. Why do I keep rolling 6s?
I keep on rolling
Alright.
5s.
Because you're the devil.
I think Matthew still has to roll.
Oh, I thought I did. Logic, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So both Parker and Matthew, you guys realized that the door that you guys had barricaded downstairs probably just got forced open. So go ahead.
I was gonna just say, we should run a hell of a lot faster because the door just got knocked down.
Yeah.
Maybe we should. Where are we right now?
You guys are at the top of kind of a flight of maintenance stairs. It looks, when you guys are at the top, it opens up into kind of like a much wider area. There's you see that there are some like tables set up, some vending machines. It looks kind of like an area for maintenance people to kind of visit, kind of like a rest area almost. It's still pretty dark.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
If
try
it's a
and
rest
hide.
area, is there like some place you can? There's food there, not like the vending machine. Or refrigerator.
Well, we
there's-
could try
there's
and
some-
break open the vending machine with like
we don't-
metal.
We don't really have time, though.
Or
No,
we
we don't
can-
have time for that. It's just if there's something lying.
Like, and there's
Grab
a
it.
door at the top of the staircase.
Yeah, so you guys are in this common area, and you see that there's a door that leads. It looks like it leads further on the same level, and then there's another door that looks like it's another set of stairs going up.
Alright, so I would push people into the room and then take one of the chairs and prop it under the door handle.
All right, so you go ahead and prop it under the door handle, and Matt's like, what are you doing? Why are you? What if there are people still? Like, what if they got in and they're following us up here? You know, we don't want to doom them.
Can we try and convince them that what we're doing is right? Logic check.
Yeah, you can.
Charisma check.
Yeah, you
Or-
can go ahead and try to convince him if you want to. So go ahead and it's a charisma check. He's pretty freaked out, so I'm gonna do one negative die. But you can go ahead and see if you can convince him.
Is anyone else gonna try to back me up while I'm trying to
I'll-
convince them?
I'll do it. I have a charisma 3. Right.
Alright, Branson's gonna. I'll just kind of spoil.
Okay, so Brandon, you try to. What do you say to Matt? You're gonna succeed, but what do you say to him to calm him down?
And be like, hey, man, like, this is right because we don't want to die either. And it's like, these people had a chance. They really did. But we need to leave now.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because even though the people were getting, you know, like there's people back there, they were getting chased by something, and I certainly don't want. I don't want to get caught up in that.
We ask what it was. Like,
It was hard to see because it happened so fast, but it was like they were just everywhere. They look. It's hard to explain. It was, I don't know, like maybe some sort of spider or scorpion, something like that. But there were so many of them. They were everywhere, and I just ran.
Jesus, they're insects?
Or arachnids.
God.
Don't be
Doesn't
bug
matter.
racist,
We need to
Branson.
keep running.
We need to
Alright.
move.
All right,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
guys are gonna take off again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start to run towards where you're going, to the door that is kind of on the same level, or the door that kind of leads up again.
I think we should keep going up.
Yeah, keep on going up.
All right. So you guys head towards the door that leads up, kind of like a rushed pace. You see the door that you guys were at before. Go ahead and give me, Andrew. Go ahead and give me a logic check. Just Andrew. All right. So, Andrew, as you guys are heading over, you kind of turn to look because you kind of thought you saw something out of the corner of your eye, and you see actually a whole bunch of like little. They're not wholly little, they're about the size of the palm of your hand, or like the length of your hand. These kind of dark shapes coming under the door, and the more you kind of look over, the more you see kind of them piling out from underneath the door, because this one's like wider. This one has like a wider gap from the floor to the actually bottom of the door. So you see that. What do you do?
I run even faster.
All right.
Are you gonna tell everyone to run faster?
God,
And I'll be like, they're coming from under the door.
All right.
So when you say that, Matt freaks out, and he runs forward to get the door open, and he like slams into it, and he's opening it. It's not locked. Pulls it open, and you guys are on the other side of the door, and you can see these little shapes just like piling out from under the door on the other side, and because there's kind of like a little bit of like a window that looks into it, kind of to let in some light. And so you can just see these things piling into the room. They haven't filled it or anything like that. They're probably like maybe 20 feet away, like on the other side of the room. But you guys are on the other side of this door now, and so what do you guys do?
Start trying to put something under the door so that they can't get under.
Oh, so you're gonna cram something underneath the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, what's around us?
Yeah.
You guys are in kind of another stairwell. This one is much larger than the other one. Looks like this one probably gets used more often than the maintenance one that you guys originally came up.
So is there like a carpet or something somewhere?
No, it's all tile. There's not really anything around you that you could use. You're
You
kind of
could
just in a
use,
staircase.
Branson,
on the
use
stairwell.
that spare shirt.
Oh no, that I was gonna say Parker. You have that spare shirt. Use it.
Or yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Parker has a spare shirt.
I'll tuck
I was
that spare
confused.
All right. So you start to tuck it underneath the door. Go ahead and take it out of your inventory. Make sure that's not there anymore. He gets about 3/4 of it covered, but there's another quarter that's left from underneath the door.
I can stuff my beanie hat.
All right. So go ahead and take that out of your inventory. That fills it up. So underneath the door is jammed up. Matt's like, "Come on, guys, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta go." And as you guys are looking through the windows, you can see that the things are starting to get closer. You can actually kind of make out what they look like a little bit better since they're starting to get a little closer. They have 12 legs. They're very kind of like spindly, so that they can move across the floor very fast. Their body is kind of like a long, kind of like curved tube, to where it kind of like has the shape of a scorpion almost, to where they have like kind of like candy cane shape. Except that at the front of their face, they have a set of arms as a scorpion would have, except that it's very thin, very long. That's like definitely the longest thing on the body. And at the front, it has kind of like a set of like little tiny hands, and it's like nothing you've ever seen before. As they're piling out, what do you guys do? Do you guys stay to watch some more, or are you guys gonna run?
Run.
All right. So you guys run up the stairs, and this one is just a straight up stairwell. So you can see that there are like floors marked, and it says that you guys are currently on the 6th floor. So there's a door at every floor, the best that you can surmise. So what do you guys do?
Start trying to find a real exit to the above
So you guys
ground.
gonna go all the way up to the top?
Yes.
All right. So everybody, are you guys gonna try to run all the way to the top?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, go ahead and give me a vitality check.
Jesus.
And you guys have already been running, so there'll be 1 negative die. So all of you are already tired. Make sure you take into account your physical positives and negatives, and let me know.
Fuck.
Don't count that. I
My
was
high
checking my
pain
physical
tolerance
stuff.
Hit.
allow me to ignore the lactic acid buildup.
And my low endurance.
I have the stronger legs, so I guess that would.
Yeah. So if you have any positives, add them onto it. If you have any negatives, whenever I'm rolling the negative dice, I'll roll one just for you. But if you have any
Yeah.
positives to add on to it, go ahead and do that now to roll.
I have an old ankle sprain.
Yep. Also, yeah, take
Fuck.
into account your traumas as well, because that'll be a negative. All right. So we'll go ahead. Branson, roll your positive die
All right.
if you have any. Okay. And then how many negative die do you need? You need one because of the situation, one
And
because of the old ankle thing. Do you have any other
no.
physical negatives? Okay. So this is for Branson's. So Branson, it gobbled your thing, and you're actually going to get a stress. So go onto your card and mark that first one, the like one of the boxes. Put a check mark there.
Can I have a token?
Yes, I can give you a token.
Alright.
Let's see. Let me get that right quick. All right, there you go. Okay, so now Matthew, go ahead and roll any of the positive die that you have.
Well, I mean, couldn't they convince me maybe to run faster, or like, couldn't someone one of them help me maybe?
Ooh, this one got blocked too. All right, so it looks like, sorry, not on this one. Everyone's kind of moving. So it looks like everybody failed.
Shit.
Except that Branson and Matthew, you guys rolled dexterity instead of vitality.
Oh.
You goobs. So go ahead and roll again. It's okay. I'll just keep the same gobble dice. So both of you guys roll one. So let's see.
What? Whoa! I accidentally. Okay.
Okay. 3. And that was your gobble. And then Branson got 5. Yeah, you guys still failed because I kept the same gobble dice. So anyways, all of you guys, you guys are on the 6th floor. You guys get to the 3rd floor, and you guys are pretty out of breath. You're very tired. You can't remember the last time that you've done this much physical exercise. However, Matt is pretty peppy. He's a muscular guy, much older, and he's like, "Come on, guys!" And he's like, "Come on, you guys need to move." And you guys definitely, it's very hard for you. So this is what you can do. All of you can take 2 stress now, and push on through to get to the top, or you guys can take kind of a breather on the stairs.
Take 2 stress. I mean, we need to get there.
So Branson's taking 2 stress.
I'll take the 2 stress.
All right, Andrew's taking the 2 stress. Parker and Matthew.
Yeah, I'll do 2 stress.
Matthew.
I'll take
sorry,
the
Parker.
2 stress.
All right. So you guys take the stress and you kind of like walk them through. Matt's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you guys rush to the top of the stairs, and you get to floor 1. And you can see it's still dark on the other side, so you know that you're still inside. But it opens up into it looks like another kind of maintenance-y area. But you can see stuff up on the ceiling that indicates, like if someone was to be looking for where to go in the subway station, there's like indicators as to like where they need to go. So this is an area that regular people would be at, not just maintenance people, but it's kind of like a mixture between the two. So you see an arrow pointing that says further on to maintenance, and that's directed towards like where you guys are now. You see one that says towards it says like 5B3, 5BA, stuff like that, which are different subways. And then there's another one that says curbside exit.
All right.
I guess we should follow the arrow to curbside exit.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head towards that. Matt's with you guys. Eventually you reach an exit. There's windows and stuff like that. You guys see out the windows, and it's into broad daylight, like it's actually outside. You see that the sky is kind of like this like orange, kind of like purple. It's a little darker than what you're used to. There's no clouds or anything like that. But that's what's outside of the door. That's what the sky looks like. But other than that, the city looks normal. So what do you guys do? You guys are still inside.
I think we should head
around.
towards our hotel room.
Yeah. Let's go get our
Alright.
stuff.
So go ahead, and you guys aren't sure exactly where you are because you did a lot of running around.
We have our phones. We could pull out like GPS.
Yeah, that's true.
GPS.
So you guys pull out your phones, and you see that you're actually disconnected from GPS, and it looks like you have no signal either. Do any of you have like a map app installed on your phone, just like regular maps?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you guys pull those up, and so you guys are checking your maps right now. Did you guys want to go further outside? Did you guys want to stay inside? What's the battle plan?
I guess we'll start walking towards the exit, but slowly and cautiously.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys start walking towards the exit.
I'm gonna pull out my fire extinguisher, like weapon ready.
As you guys start to go towards the exit, you actually see a bunch of people outside. There's people who are looking through the windows of their buildings. You see people in cars kind of stop. People are like looking out into the sky. They're very, very confused. People are just like, you actually see people like running around. A few people are saying, like, what's going on? Basically, it's pandemonium outside. You can hear it all from inside of the subway station, kind of like next to the curbside exit. And Matt, he turns to you guys and he's like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? And he opens the door, and when he opens the door, you guys get that kind of bitter smell again. He looks outside, and a couple of people run over. You see that they're older. It's two guys, and they're like, yeah, do you guys were on the subway? Do you guys know what's going on? I mean, like, do you guys know anything different? We can't get cell reception out here.
Can we ask him about I want to ask him about the arachnids.
The arachnids? What are you talking about?
There were some spidery things.
Fucking
in the
monsters
subway
down there.
attacking people.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys saw down there, but one second I'm here driving my taxi, and then the next second, like, the sky is a different color, and he goes, there's this smell, and I don't know what's going on. He goes, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Does your taxi still work?
Yeah.
Yeah, the car still works and everything.
Can you give us a ride to our place? You can stick with us. We're gonna try and work shit out there.
We'll pay you.
Well, you guys are just a bunch of kids. I mean, do you know, like, are your parents staying at this hotel?
No, we came here for PAX, but clearly some shit's going on, and we need to work together.
We need to get to the hotel.
You guys are here by yourself.
We need to get off the streets.
Is this your brother or something? Your older brother? And he's like referencing to Matt. And Matt's like, nah, we were on the subway. I saw a lot of weird shit down there, and I ran ahead of everybody and met up with these people, and this is where I'm at right now.
He's also a cop. He has his badge and everything.
No, that was another guy.
No, that was
another guy. Matt was the cop, though. Or was
no?
Was
Matt
Matt
was
not
The
the
cop died.
the cop
I
went
thought
ahead
the cop's
with
name
the
was
group.
Matt.
Nope.
Oh.
No, Matt was the guy that we met on the subway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Okay. He's the guy with the tattoos and the eyebrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
So he talks to them for a little bit. He's like, all right, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I gotta find my family. I gotta figure out what's going on.
Can I do a charisma check and be like, hey, just drop us off at the hotel and you go find your family. That's it.
All right. You're gonna need 2 successes to get this pulled through on the charisma
All right.
check.
Does anybody else want to help me with the charisma as
Yeah.
well?
I'll help talk through it.
All right. So I get bonuses from that as well, right?
Yeah, you get, so right now you have your regular positive die. You get one other because Parker's gonna help you out. And I think that's all
Andrew.
you can get. Or Andrew's gonna help you out.
And Andrew as well.
Oh,
Wait,
two more people?
maybe Andrew should do the thing because he can also get the bonus for reading people. Something.
That's true.
But he also has the stranger danger one.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
And I
right.
only have 2 charisma.
Here we go. Fuck.
God fucking damn it.
All right, and then we add this one.
Doesn't
Oh wait, no,
sound
I
like
said
it
it was
mattered.
It doesn't
difficulty
matter.
2. Yeah. Well, he could have gotten stressed, but I remembered that I didn't do it on a stress thing. It was just something. All right, so you try to talk to him and convince him to take you guys. He's like, look, I wish I could. I wish I could help you guys out and get you to your hotel, but the roads are already jam-packed with people. There's a lot of shit going on. And as he's saying that, you guys can hear screaming, like kind of like really faintly way out in the distance. And then you actually hear a couple gunshots go off, and like everyone kind of like crouches down, and they're like, "What the? Someone's shooting guns out there? What's going on?"
I think we should grab Matt and start heading the opposite direction.
Or tell the
towards
guy, be like,
apartment.
hey, get in your car, we need to leave now.
Alright, so are you gonna try to intimidate him?
Andrew, you have the tough, right? Do you possibly
No. Not to mention that would also be a physical trait, so no.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to, you can just... you can see that his cab door is open, and the keys are still in it. Like, he just kind of got out when he saw people coming out of the subway.
And, like, the streets are filled, right?
Yeah, the streets are pretty packed with cars, but none of them are on, like, the sidewalk or anything.
I guess we start running then, again.
Alright.
Put the guy off in the car.
Damn it. Alright, guess we run.
Alright. You guys are about to... Let's see. You guys are running. Do you guys know where you're going?
We've got the maps.
Yeah.
Get the maps on it.
We're gonna
Right.
we're gonna head to the
Who's
hotel.
giving the directions?
Who has the highest logic?
Or
Then
would
probably-
it be a logic, or since running with a phone in our hand, would it be a dexterity?
If you were okay, so you can either memorize the directions real quick, and then you'll be free to run, or you can run with it in your hand, and it'll be a dexterity check.
I have a 4 dexterity, so I can try.
All right, so you're gonna give directions while running with your phone out.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a dexterity check on that. All right, so basically, you see Parker pull out his phone, pulls up some maps, and he's like, follow me. And so you guys are following him. He has his phone out. He's moving. There's actually a lot of foot traffic now. You see that there are people have left their houses or apartments, and they're on the ground. You actually see some stores getting broken into. There's a couple fights, actually. People are fighting. You see that there's actually a few car accidents that have happened. You think that one of the buildings nearby might actually be on fire. It looks to be pretty chaotic on the street front. You see a cop as you round a corner on top of his cop car. He's got a bullhorn, and he's shouting at people to stay calm and to go back and stay inside, and that help will be coming shortly. He keeps telling people to stay calm. As he's doing that, you guys go ahead and give me a logic check.
And all right, so what sort of situation is this logic for? Is it
This
like a
is
hearing?
this is to see something.
Okay.
Alright. 1.
5.
One.
Why has
got
everyone
one.
got 1 except
So,
me?
Andrew, you're focused on the cop on the bullhorn, but the rest of you turn, and you actually see. At first, you thought your eyes were playing tricks on you. It looks like looks like you hear kind of like a buzzing, and you look and see, and it's this enormous kind of like insect style creature, and it's got an enormous kind of like maw filled with like very kind of sharp teeth that it's like clenched shut, really big eyes, kind of like a dragonfly, but a very kind of like light spindly body that ends in like maybe 12 or so legs, but the wings, it's got 2 sets. There's a larger set and then kind of like a smaller set on its tail, and it's flying straight at the cop on the bullhorn. And as you guys watch, you see it's like going straight for him. It swoops low, and its legs kind of turn to the side and just like stabs straight into him, picks him up, and then carries him up into the air. And the cop drops the bullhorn. And everybody in the area just loses their mind. So everyone is running in different directions. People are trying to drive with their car, like they're just like ramming into people, trying to get through. It is just pandemonium. So the first thing that you guys are going to need to do is everyone give me a willpower check at you need to have 2 successes to pass this.
Alright, abilities.
Alright, I got 2 successes.
I didn't get 2 successes.
Well, so here's the thing, is that you have to have 2 successes, but you're only going to be able to roll once, is the problem. So unless you have something to modify it, you're going to fail.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is under mental, so if you have any mental things you can add to it. I won't take these rolls just yet. But yeah, the only way you can pass is if you can add die to what's going on. Does anybody, can you guys do that? Can anybody actually add die to their
what is the sort of situation that this is
So
going to enhance?
what this is you just saw a police officer get stabbed by some sort of creature and then lift him into the air and then like fly off. So it's like something the size of a horse. And so you guys are basically resisting the horrors of what you just saw.
Well, I do a lot of programming in Java and shit, so I'm gonna
Sorry.
hold up. Hear me out. I'm gonna justify this, and you're going to accept it. I do a lot of programming and shit, so you have to be very focused. So I can sort of just push that shit out of my mind and focus solely on getting away.
I'm sorry, but I can't
I didn't
accept
think
it.
it worked.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't think it would work,
everybody
but it
take three stress and put it into
Jesus.
your
I had a
mental.
thought.
Mhm.
Like, so, like, could I be like, I noticed that it zoomed in on the cop who was using a bullhorn, so I could be like, noise is the key, and then, like, that would allow me to put my thoughts on something else and how to...
You can, I'll say that you notice that it appeared that the thing, whatever it was, really honed in on him because of the amount of noise he was making. But it's not going to help your case for the stress. So everybody go ahead and take 3 stress in mental. Mark off those boxes. And since you guys have 3 stress in mental, that means the next time you guys would take stress in the mental category, it'll be reduced by 1. And you guys can convert this into a trauma a little bit later, but we'll get there. So it is pandemonium. You guys just saw a police officer get carried off. You see the thing lift up into the air and basically like the legs kind of like twist him around, and basically he feeds the top of the cop's head into his mouth, and then you hear kind of a crunch as this thing flies on. You notice that there are like 10 more of these things kind of like flying, and they're picking people up out of the crowd, and it's kind of like chomping down on them. So people are freaking out. So Branson, as you see this, you actually see a guy in a car. He turns to the left, kind of where you're at, and it looks like he's going to try to drive straight into the subway through the door. But the problem is that you're in the way, and he's going to be driving straight at you. So this is going to be a dexterity check, and you're gonna see if you can avoid this guy coming at you.
All right. Shit. And I'm also gonna have a negative because of old ankle sprain.
Yeah, so
From
you'll have
physical
1
trauma.
negative die. Alright, so let me roll the negative. Okay, so you're alright. You jump out of the way of the car and it slams into punches through the lobby, and this guy basically he's inside of the subway lobby now, and you dive out of the way. You're gonna take 1 physical stress, Branson.
Shit. Jesus Christ.
You dove out of the way, and it hurts you a little bit. But
hey,
Wait, Branson, don't you already have a full set of 3?
I do.
do you have a full set of 3 on your stress for physical?
Yes.
No, you only have 1, I think. Or do you need more?
So
No, I
I
thought he
have
had
1
from
full
earlier.
tier, and then I have a now on 1 on the second tier.
Oh, this is for physical?
Yeah.
So you'll actually just be because it'll gobble 1 because of your resistance. So you just have a full tier 1. So you're fine. You didn't take any.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you dive out of the way, and the car crashes through. And you guys can hear kind of a clicking sound. It's much louder. And you realize that the guy busted through the wall. In kind of. So you guys ran, but the whole time you guys were near kind of like where people descend into like where the subways are, and it looks like out of the subway openings they kind of like go into the ground, and also out of this building that this guy just rammed into, those little spider things that you saw are kind of like boiling out. So where are you guys headed? Are you guys still headed towards the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more foot traffic now.
Also, could I grab the bullhorn and set it to the siren mode and throw it into like a alleyway or something?
The bullhorn fell back on top of the cop's car, so you will have to climb on top of the cop car to get to it. So yeah, you can do that if you want, but it'll be a dexterity check.
How about I
do
do
not.
that?
Okay.
Well, you got to tell him.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dude, get the bullhorn, set it to siren mode, throw it.
Alright.
All right, so there's a lot of people running around, so that's 1 negative die because they're going to be like knocking you around and stuff like that. And also, it is pretty terrifying to climb up on top of the car because it puts you up higher than anybody else is, and there are those things that are flying around, grabbing people off the ground. So it's going to be 2 negative dice for this, but you can still attempt it if you'd like.
Would I get the bonus for the stronger legs? Because running and jumping and
balance
shit?
and stuff, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, so roll your positive die. Okay. Oh, it gobbled your 3. So you guys see Parker take off after the bullhorn under Andrew's instruction, and you start to run forward. But this guy just, as you're running over there, he just shoulder checks the shit out of you, and it spins you around and causes you to fall. So go ahead and take 1 physical stress.
Shit.
And this is under your physical, so not your mental or anything.
Yeah.
It spins you around. And now people are really panicking. They're running around, and there's some people that look like they're about to trample over you. So you can either try to get back up onto your feet really fast, or you can try to ball up and just kind of let them run over the top of you.
Would it be dexterity to get on my feet?
Yeah, it'll be dexterity to get on your feet, and it'll be vitality to stay on the ground. If you choose vitality, it'll just be 1 negative die, but if you choose the dexterity one, it'll be 2 negative dice to get back on your feet and the people running around.
I'm going to try the dexterity.
Okay.
And since it'd be like jumping and shit, getting up.
Yeah, you can apply those skateboarding legs.
Alright.
Alright. Those 2 here. One of your 2s gets gobbled, but it's alright. So you hop to your feet before that group of people can get over to you, and you manage to get back safely to the group. So it looks like you can't get to the bullhorn. What are the rest of you guys doing? You guys just saw Parker attempt to go get bullhorn, get knocked down, but then get back up to his feet. The things buzzing around in the sky, it looks like most of them have people kind of in their clutches, but there are 2 that are kind of buzzing in the area that don't have anybody yet, and it looks like 1 is kind of headed towards you guys' direction. So what do you guys do?
I think we should move to a larger, like get in the middle of a clump of people.
If it gets
So, and use them as shields while we're
if they
moving.
get
And
if
bring
it gets really close, I'll use my fire extinguisher to like make it like fly away, maybe.
like spray it in the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it starts to fly close to you guys, and you activate your fire extinguisher, and it actually kind of scares it off. It looks like it's really confused by kind of you spraying at it. It kind of like flits up on top of the building and kind of sits there kind of like a flywood, and then you spray at it again, and then it kind of takes off towards a different direction. Foot traffic is really heavy now. People are panicking. You actually see some people getting trampled. And go ahead and give me a willpower check again. And this one won't have any negative dice, but yeah, give me a willpower check. This is to resist seeing people getting killed, like run over and stuff.
How do you keep on getting 5s, Andrew?
Alright, so everybody that failed, you're going to take 1 mental stress. But the rest of you just kind of like turn. If you already have one of your mental stresses filled, then of course you would resist. But if you don't, then
Yeah, I resist.
okay. So Andrew resisted. So yeah, what's you guys' strategy? It looks like most of the bugs have kind of like carried away stuff, but people are still freaking out. There are people smashing into shops. There are people driving around in cars. It's a very dangerous situation to kind of be on the street level right now. Just kind of to let you know what's around you. You have the entrance into like kind of the subway again. It looks like there's sort of a path through like kind of like a almost through like a kind of a basketball court to your side, that you can maybe get around to like a less populated area. And then there's the main street.
What sort of stores are?
This isn't really a store district. It's more of kind of like residential. So there's a bunch of apartment complexes around.
And
we could try. Which is? I'm assuming this basketball court is going in the same direction towards the hotel.
It's more or less in the same direction. It would allow you guys to kind of get off of the like kind of the main roads where there's so much congestion and just kind of like, you know, panic.
Yeah, then we'll take the basketball or
right.
Keep going.
You guys agree with that? You guys go?
Is there walls near the basketball court? Isn't like surrounded by walls?
It's like fenced in, but like there's no gate or anything. You just like kind of like walk around, kind of a lip, but that way, you know, like when people are playing basketball, the ball doesn't go out in the street. So you guys are headed towards the court.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, Matt comes with you. He's got his piece of rebar with him. You guys kind of saddle off into the basketball court. So it's free of people. You can see people kind of like running around and stuff like that. So we can take kind of a moment to, if any of you have a full tier of stress, to convert that into a trauma if you want, or you can just let it ride and use the resistance that it provides, because when you turn it into a trauma, it pulls the points off of your stress track.
How long does tier 1 last?
Tier 1 lasts a day.
Tier 2 lasts how long?
Tier 2 is a week, and tier 3 is a month.
Okay. Then I'm gonna keep my stress.
I think I'll take.
I'm gonna keep my stress as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right. So you guys kind of saddle off into the basketball court. Matt's he's out of breath. He's like, what is going on? What is going on? What are we gonna do? You know, I got dogs at the house. I don't even know what to do. Where are we? He's really losing it.
I want to show him the map and ask him if he can point out where his house is.
Yeah, because a dog might actually be really useful.
Yeah.
He takes a look at the map and he's like, okay. All right, I think I know where we're at. My apartment is just 2 blocks over from here. Actually, we didn't actually get as far away from it as I thought we did. It's right here, and he points it on the map. He's
far
like,
away
I can show you guys.
How far is it from the hotel?
He asks what hotel you guys are staying at, and you guys reply, and he looks at the map and he's like, okay, yeah, you guys' hotel is about 10 blocks that way. And he kind of like gestures in a cardinal direction north. You guys actually hear outside, you've kind of grown accustomed to the sound of like the panic and stuff like that, but you hear an explosion go off, sounds like probably 200 feet on the main road, and it's quiet for a second, and then of course the din of everybody freaking out starts up again. And of course you can see in the sky, the kind of like orangish purplish sky, a whole bunch of kind of like dots, kind of like dotting the sky. And you realize that it's the things you saw earlier. They've like flown up higher up into the sky. And as you're looking, you actually see parts of people falling, like shirts, or maybe like arms or things like that, kind of falling from the sky as these things kind of feed in a feeding frenzy up in the up above you.
Hmm.
So what do you guys do? Are you guys gonna head for the hotel, or are you gonna go towards Matt's apartment?
Get to Matt's
Let's
apartment.
go to his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt's like, okay, I can show you. So you guys go through the basketball court over to the side, kind of like an alleyway. And as you guys take a couple turns in the alleyway, and you take another turn, and you can see a guy. As you kind of round a corner, you can see a guy kind of like laying on the ground. He has his hands up, and someone else has a gun pointed at him, and he's saying to give him the keys to his car and to give him his wallet. And he has the gun kind of like aimed at the guy as he's on the ground, and he hasn't seen you guys yet. What do you guys do?
I think we should stop him.
Or
Yeah.
hide. maybe.
Stealthily, I think we should stealthily hit him over the head with the pipe.
That or tell Matt to do it. Matt Rigby.
All right, so Matt
Okay.
sees it, and he's like, "Yo, I think that guy's. I think that he's robbing that guy over there." He goes, I guess he's taking advantage of the situation. What do you guys want to do? He's like right in the middle of the alleyway that connects to the block to where we need to head. What do you guys think we should do?
All right. I have a question. So, if I was to go attack him, would it be a dexterity or a vitality roll?
So if you were to go attack him, it would be
Like I'm sneaking up
dexterity
on
to
him.
sneak up on him, to get over to sneak up, and then if you successfully snuck up on him, then you would just be able to hit him.
Oh, I know
alright.
what I could do. I could
Then
use
I'm
my
gonna do-
fire extinguisher to I don't know, make him not freak out, but
Spray him in the
yeah,
eyes and
spray him.
stuff.
And
He's
then
kind of a
Parker hit
ways
him.
away.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of
could-
like an alley, probably 15 feet away from you guys.
I'll-
Wait a minute, does
I'll
he
just
see
try
us
and
or
sneak
not?
up on him. He doesn't know where they are. I have a
You could
dexterity
him
of 4. I'm
upside
gonna
the
sneak.
head.
So
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
guys,
sneak up on him.
yeah, you guys hear Parker saying that he's gonna kind of in a whisper tone that he's gonna sneak up on him. He's got the rebar kind of clutched in his hand. What do you guys think of that? Matt says, I don't know, man. Maybe I should come with you, and then we can get him. We can stop him together.
Alright, so is
If
the
Matt
guy
goes, is that like charisma roll then?
the guy
or
facing
he
away
just-
from us?
Yeah, he's facing away from you. His back's to you guys, as he's kind of got this guy cornered in the alley.
And
The
he's
guy on the
15
ground
feet
doesn't
away.
see you either. Yeah.
And so I think, instead, we should be like, Matt, rush him. He's got his back to you. He won't even be able to turn around.
No, I'm gonna sneak up on him though. I'm really stealthy. I've got a
Okay.
dexterity of 4. I'm quiet. Got the dexterity of 4
And you got
Sneak
the
up.
balance from the
and
Yeah.
the balance in the skateboarding.
All right. So you say that you're gonna sneak up on him, and Matt's like, okay. He kind of shakes his head and kind of like grits his teeth a little bit, and you guys take off slowly towards this guy. So it's pretty loud. So you're gonna get an additional bonus positive die. And the negatives for this are going to be that it appears that Matt is not as quiet as you were hoping to be. He's kind of a foot dragger. So that'll be a negative die. So just one negative die.
Right? And then I've got the balance in the skateboarding.
Yeah. So you'll have, I think, 2 positive die because of the noise, and then your skateboard. Oh, sorry. You'll roll a total of 3 positive die
All right.
for dexterity. All right, and then 1 negative one. All right, you're fine. So despite Matt dragging his feet a little bit, you guys get close enough, and you see Matt kind of rearing back to swing. Do you want to take the swing, or do you want to let Matt do it?
And it costs no vitality or anything to take the swing.
No,
Right?
yeah, because you snuck up on him.
All right. I guess I'll take the swing.
All right, so you kind of hold your hand out to stop Matt, and so you get to do the swing. Where are you swinging at?
I'm gonna go for the head.
All right. So at this point, as you're about to swing, you see the guy on the ground. He actually notices you, and his eyes kind of make eye contact with you, and you see the guy stop for a second. And so you're swinging for the head. So you rear back with the piece of rebar, and you just smack him right on the temple. And you hear kind of like a sickening, kind of like a crunch. The guy kind of spins to the side, and then he drops down. He drops the gun and kind of falls, kind of catches himself a little bit, and then you see him. he takes his hand and he puts it up against his head, but it looks like he's really out of it. And the guy on the ground, he starts to backpedal like really fast, kind of like scooting on his butt to get away. And you guys all see this happen. So what do you guys do?
Can I convince the guy? Be like, hey, we're not gonna hurt you or anything.
Yeah. So Branson's going to the guy. You, Parker, you're grabbing the gun.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt, he kind of like sidles up over the top of this guy, kind of like threateningly, like standing above him. Parker, you get the gun. It's kind of it's like a snub-nosed revolver, pretty small. It's got six rounds, like capacity in it. You're not sure how many bullets are actually in it or not.
I mean,
Branson,
could he loot the guy? Maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I check the guy for extra ammo and
he's not knocked out. He's just kind of like out of it. But
Maybe
Matt's kind of standing above him watching him. But the other guy's backing up, and so Branson, you kind of run ahead, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." He's like, "What? I don't know what's going on. The first fucking like bugs are flying around, and then this guy, he tells me that he's gonna take my car. He's like, I don't know what to do. Thank you guys."
All right, I'm gonna roll now. 2. All right, I'm like, hey, we're not gonna hurt you, and it's like, we're glad that we helped you, but it's like, could you give us a ride? That's all we want. We want to.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you a ride, but the problem is that he was going after my motorcycle, and you see that there's a motorcycle kind of tilted up against the side of the alley. That's what that guy was trying to get from him. Because I don't know how well it would. I don't think I can bring all of you guys. And so Matt's standing over the other guy, and the other guy's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" He's like, he turns and he looks, and he's like, "Ugh." He's like, "Ugh, you hit me in the back of the head." Looking at you.
Could hit him again, so he's knocked out.
Are you gonna hit him, Matthew?
Matthew, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, man.
So you
The guy
start
tried to rob him.
You start to move forward to hit him, and Matt's like, "What are you doing?"
Does anybody have anything to tie him up?
Let me check.
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
See inventory. Well, I mean, is there a pipe anywhere that I could possibly use?
The people who have the pipes are Parker and Matt.
No,
We
no,
have
like
a
a,
fire
you mean just like
hydrant.
a look around?
just a
Oh, you have
pipe
the fire hydrant.
on the a wall or something.
There is a garbage can, or not a garbage can, like a big dumpster nearby in the alley that you guys are at.
I have a watch, maybe. Maybe I could like, I don't know, somehow like.
Watch?
No,
Brad,
no,
it's a fucking watch.
Let's not bother. Okay, since
how about
he's all dazed and stuff, we can leave him. We disarmed him and stuff.
And
I'm
as
gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Can we take the motorcycle, not drive it, but push it along and bring that other guy too?
So what do you say to the guy?
Be like, hey, come with us. Like, we have weapons and stuff like that. Now that
And we're going to this dude's house.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I just deliver stuff, and I mean, I've got an order actually right there in the back of my motorcycle. I am way far from home. This is just a kind of like a winter gig that I've got going here. Yeah. You guys seem to know what's up. I'll come with you guys. And he like gets up. He goes over to his motorcycle and kind of like sidles it alongside of him. The guy that you guys hit, he's just kind of like shaking his head, and he looks like he's trying to stand up, but Matt's stopping him from getting up. As Matt's stopping him from getting up, you actually hear kind of like a really low rumble, and it like shakes the ground. It kind of feels like an earthquake a little bit, and it's pretty scary. So what do you guys do? You guys just gonna leave?
If we leave him, is he gonna be able to move? That guy?
Yeah, he looks like he's coherent enough to maybe get to his feet and kind of stumble around.
Okay, then yeah, we're gonna all just start heading off.
All right, so Parker's on the leaving wagon. What do you guys?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys travel with Matt. He takes you mostly through the back alleys to get to his apartment complex, just to stay off the congested main roads. As you guys travel, you see a few more of those bug things kind of fly overhead, but since you're in the alleys, it's like they don't really see you or notice you, anything like that. You definitely hear lots of screaming, gunfire occasionally, car accidents, loud noises, occasionally some explosions. It sounds like a total mess out there. And all the while, the sky is this strange orange-purple. But you do notice up on the sky, since some time has passed, there are 2 moons. It's quite a shocking sight. So all of y'all need you to do a willpower check.
2 moons, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Woohoo.
Alright, pass. Alright, so Andrew, you get a point of stress added to your mental.
I've got the resistance.
Oh, you got the resistance? Okay, so you're fine. It's just, what else could happen today? So eventually Matt leads you to a fire escape in one of the alleys. He's like, yeah, this leads all the way up to my apartment. I'm on the 4th floor. I don't know what to do about the motorcycle, though. I guess we could stash it down here. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Maybe we
Yeah.
could find
Garbage
something
bags or
to
something.
hide.
Yeah, can we hide it under something?
You guys look around. There's a dumpster nearby, big enough that where you could actually maybe put the motorcycle inside of it. But there's nothing like, laying around that could easily hide it.
Then, yeah.
Alright, so is the dumpster full?
You open it up. There's a few bags in there, but it's not really full. If you lay the motorcycle on its side, it would probably be fine.
Then yeah, let's do that.
We can lay the motorcycle like down on the ground and take the bags of trash and put them on top.
Okay. So is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah.
All right.
Would it be, yeah, as long as it's completely hid.
All right. So you guys pull the trash out, and together you guys all lift up the motorcycle and put it inside of the dumpster, and then put the trash on top and close it. And the guy stops and he's like, "Hey, I never gave you guys my name. Things are crazy back there. I owe you guys a lot of thanks. My name is Carl. Carl Dansby." He holds out his hand. You guys.
I'm gonna shake it.
Yeah.
Shake.
So he shakes you guys' hands. He's like, "All right, well, enough for introductions. We'll have time to talk about what the hell is going on." But and he's like a younger guy. He's like in his younger than Matt. Probably just like maybe 3 or 4 years older than you guys. And so you guys, you see Matt, he runs over and he pulls down the fire escape, and everyone kind of loads up onto the fire escape, and he takes you up to the 4th floor, and then you guys go in through the window there. You guys hear kind of like a barking sound, and you see 2 Great Danes come up to the window. And you see Matt. He's like, "Oh, it's all right." He opens the window, and you guys all crawl inside, and then he shuts it. And you guys are in Matt's apartment. And you guys can see that it's definitely a bachelor pad. Very kind of unkempt. You can maybe smell a little bit of marijuana, a little pot smell. But you guys are in Matt's apartment, and he goes over and he just sits down on the couch, just kind of like falls under the couch. And he's like, "Ugh." So what do you guys do?
Make a comment like, "Man, this reminds me of The Mist, that one Stephen King novel."
Oh, he's back. I'll be right back.
I can ask him if he's got any like guns or baseball bats or anything.
Well, we could go to his kitchen. Knives.
Do you have any aid or anything?
Yeah. Let me think. I got a first aid kit in the bathroom. Back from whenever I used to do. I used to ride a lot of bikes. Not like motorcycles, but like bikes. So I got a kit in there. I don't know any guns, but I guess you could kind of search around to see if there's anything to use. I'm gonna try. He goes over and he's like, "Oh, the power's off." Will that cuts a lot of things out. And he goes, did you guys get any signal on your phones? I don't think mine's working.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you guys don't have any. All right.
Back.
Shit. I don't know what to do. Do we just stay hunkered here for a while until the National Guard comes and takes care of what's going on, or what? I don't know what to do, guys.
That guy with the briefcase, he seemed to know something was happening, and he mentioned something about the center of the city.
Oh yeah, that weirdo. Yeah, I remember that. What he said? What about the center of the city?
He said he had to go there.
Yeah.
The center of the city. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys see where he went?
No.
I think he might have gone down that long hallway. Do y'all remember when we were going up there? He might have gone down that way.
Look.
Yeah.
Well, for now, it's too dangerous to go outside. We've got the motorcycle, so we can go check out the center of the city later, but
yeah.
it's too chaotic right now.
So Carl, he's like, wait, guy with the briefcase. What are you guys talking about?
We were on the subway when and he was on there.
And
he was the first one to kind of freak out.
so there was
He was panicky before anything even started.
You think this guy, this briefcase guy, knew what was going on?
Yeah.
Possibly, especially considering when that weird smell showed up. That's when he really started freaking out.
Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know, man. And he just kind of sits down on the couch too. All right. So now you guys, if you guys have any built-up traumas, you can or any built-up stress, you can turn them into traumas if you would like. So we'll take a quick moment to do that.
No.
No.
Alright.
That mental one has been very useful to have. I've gotten through a couple of stresses without taking any stress.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are in the apartment for a little bit, and you guys actually see Matt. He gets up to go into his room, and you hear him, and he's like, "Guys, you gotta come see this."
All right.
We go into the room.
We go into the room.
Pull
Alright.
I'll pull out my pocket knife and suggest that they do it as well.
I'll
Same.
pull out the gun then.
And so you guys walk over to where Matt is, and he's looking out the window. And out the window, you guys look too. And since you guys are like higher up off the ground in Matt's apartment, you can see that there's regular city, but farther out, like where you would see more city, you actually see these. It's almost like a forest. It's a forest of kind of these purple and orange trees, very similar to kind of the skyline, and they're just the weirdest kind of like trees you've ever seen. Some of them stretch up into the air, taller than some of the buildings in the area. Like it's just very dense. What you can only surmise is sort of a forest. And as you're staring out, you see kind of like dots moving around above the trees, and you realize that those are some of the kind of like larger insect creatures that you saw flying around earlier. Also from Matt's window, you can see a few kind of fires in the distance, different areas and stuff like that. A lot of commotion on the ground. You can hear a lot of sirens. And once again, occasionally some gunshots. And he turns and he looks at you and he's like, that's not normal. All right, so that is the end of episode 1 of you guys' campaign.
Cool.
All right.
Nice.
So since we were moved to the end effects, let me see here. You guys can. All right. So make sure everyone go through your inventory and make sure that you got rid of anything that you lost kind of along the way, and add any new items that you might have gotten a hold of. So like Parker, you would add the gun to your list of items that you have. So make sure that all of that's up to date with where it needs to be. And yeah, so that's kind of where we sit. Did you guys enjoy that? Was it fun? It's kind of the intro, so you guys will get to the meat of it next time. But what
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That was
fun.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really creative too.
Cool. So
God, it
you
reminded
guys,
me a lot of The Mist.
you guys will learn more of kind of what's going on the next time. that you
Oh, and
guys-
also, before anybody forgets, how many rounds does the gun that Parker has have?
We never checked.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing:
So
you guys
you
can
should take-
you guys can check, but do any of you know how that stuff works? Like how to
Well,
like?
it's a
Yeah.
revolver, right? So we just check to see which ones are bullets and have
Shells.
bullets and which ones are just the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take a look at the revolver and you see that it actually does not have any ammunition inside of it.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
He
There are
was
no bullets.
he was
We can
bluffing.
show that to Carl and help decrease his freaked outness.
Yeah. So make sure that when you note that you have the revolver in your possession, that there's no ammunition.